Considering a trip in 2023? It's never too early to begin looking for new locations for the ideal experience. Here are 12 amazing locations to visit. 1. Guatemala. Guatemala has long lagged behind its more popular Latin American competitors, but this is a mistake because it offers a real best of without the crowds and is one of the region's most culturally diverse destinations. It's time for Guatemala to take the lead. Visit Guatemala specifically to see the breathtaking natural beauty of the region and to forge meaningful relationships with its people. 2. Yukon Territory, Canada. Next, we are traveling to Canada's Northwest Territories in the Yukon, an unrestricted and largely unexplored region of the country, in order to experience more off-the-beaten-path discoveries and lifestyles. The Yukon is distinguished by historic sites, a vibrant culture, and breathtaking scenery. The Northwest Territories are abounding with wildlife, indigenous-owned housing, and great placement too. Seasonally dependent, witness the magnificence of the Northern Lights. The locals you will encounter along the road, though, are what make it most unique. 3. Malaga, Spain. More travelers than any other city worldwide looked for accommodations in Malaga on Airbnb. In the past 10 years, Malaga has seen a cultural revival that has transformed it into a vibrant cultural center on the stunning Costa del Sol. There are now a number of new museums, including the Pompidou Center, a treasure of contemporary art housed in a prismatic glass cube. 3. Benguera Island, Mozambique. 5 islands make up the Bizarrudo archipelago in Mozambique, which is known for its clear waters and abundant marine life. Benguera, the second largest of them all, has subtly risen to prominence as a wild and slightly affluent retreat. You can choose to stay at the recently built Kishawa Sanctuary or at and beyond Benguera Island, both of which provide really secluded tropical getaways with miles of shoreline devoid of any people or structures. 4. Basilicata, Italy. Puglia and Sicily have already been checked off your bucket list. If you're a compulsive traveler to southern Italy, you can bet on Basilicata as the region to watch in 2023. The historic caves, meandering mountain lanes, and dilapidated Baroque churches of Matera may already be well known to tourists. 5. Japan. Everyone wants to visit Japan, and there is great demand. Pre-pandemic, this was the it place, so there is still demand from travelers who had to postpone their travel plans, along with fresh interest in the cultural offerings of Japan. Urban areas offer possibilities for a fun night out on the town with beverages and parties. In contrast, the rural countryside provides a chance to breathe and unwind away from the congested city streets. 6. Edinburgh, Scotland. The city of Edinburgh may have been established in the 1200s, but more than 800 years later, it continues to astonish people. The capital of Scotland is one of Europe's most distinctive and remarkable cities. Edinburgh exudes a unique charm. The town is also renowned for its magnificent structures and gardens, for its many free-to-visit fascinating museums, and above all for its kind and outgoing residents. Later this year, the city will receive Richard Branson's Virgin Hotel in addition to the opulent boutique Hotel 100 Princes Street, whose interior was designed by Alexander McQueen. 7. Douro Valley, Portugal. This year, visit the lush, dramatic hills of northern Portugal's Douro Valley for some of the most breathtaking scenery and delectable wine in all of Europe. The region's heart is only a couple of hours drive east of Porto, and getting there by car is a highlight in and of itself. Driving through the idyllic vineyards and quaint villages that dot its hillsides on the winding, narrow roads that descend from the mountains is like entering a completely different world. There is also a ton of history in this area, with the old pilgrimage town of Lamigo being a highlight. There is also an increasing number of opulent hotels in this area, with the Six Senses being especially impressive. Anyone who wants to have a great time must experience the food, the people, and the combination of nature and city. 8. Singapore. If you can make it to Singapore for the Grand Prix in September, it is extremely thrilling because the atmosphere in the city changes dramatically. Singapore's impeccable efficiency is a wonder to behold, especially for visitors used to contemporary Asian metropolises. The city sustains significant immigrant communities like Little India and Chinatown in addition to a striking combination of green space and skyscrapers. 9. Patagonia National Park, Chile. With the help of the largest private land contribution to a nation, Chile set aside 11 million acres of land for national parks in 2018. The Tompkins Conservation Foundation, which was founded by philanthropist and businessman Doug Tompkins, founder of North Face and Esprit, helped pave the way for Chile to significantly increase conservation of the pristine Patagonia region. The Patagonia National Park, which is now part of the new Patagonia National Parks network and spans more than 750,000 acres in the southern area of Aysén, was founded by land donated to Chile. This region is unique because of its innate biodiversity and isolation. It is far from popular tourist destinations in Argentina and is difficult to reach but certainly a trip to remember. 11. Rome, Italy. This year has seen a wave of opulent hotel openings in Rome, including the Edition, Bulgari, and Six Senses. The magnificent city, which routinely ranks as one of the most popular travel destinations in Europe, is home to ancient history, elaborate architecture, exquisite art, and even finer cuisine. 12. The Arctic. Look to the Arctic as the next must-see location after Antarctica, which is expected to become the adventure travel sweetheart of 2023. People will next travel to Iceland and, as of recently, Greenland because they both provide isolation with intention, a chance to avoid crowds and test your own limits, and because those places offer pristine beauty and a chance to see the northern lights. Thanks for